What's good, YouTube? Prettifun just dropped his new album, Prettifun Loves U 2, and in today's video I will show you how to make melodic rage beats for Prettifun. From making the melodies, to making the drums, to actually showing you some secret sauce. Stick along, because making those beats is actually pretty fun. But enough yapping, who even is Prettifun? Prettifun is an underground rage/hip-hop artist and producer known for a melodic, bright take on rage. He started producing at 13 years old on drum kits before he was making full songs. His breakout project was Funhouse, which was released in 2024, followed by Funhouse Deluxe in 2025. Now that you know who Prettifun is, I'ma show you how to make beats for him. I started the beat by laying down a bright chord progression using this key from Zonology. In general, I would recommend Zonology, Hive, and Serum 2 to make those Prettifun type beats. And in general, you want to have some bright sounding, euphoric sounding sounds and work in a major scale. The chord progression, which I've started the beat with, sounds like this. And you can probably already hear that it sounds kinda jolly, playful, and euphoric, which is exactly what you want to do with those Prettifun type beats. For the next step, I started to layer the chord progression with 3 other sounds, which ended up sounding like this. And after adding a preset from one of my favorite plugins, Shaperbox 3, which is great for those Prettifun type beats, the melody already sounds like this. After that, I've added an arpeggio, which is very commonly used in Prettifun type beats and sounds like this. This just acts as a very bright top layer to the beat. And to make your own arpeggios very easily in FL Studio, you can just lay down some kind of chord. I'm gonna just lay down random ass chord. And then you highlight everything and press Alt A on your keyboard. And FL Studio will automatically create an arpeggio for you, and you can just play around with those buttons and those knobs, and it will come out sounding differently every time. And I did that in this case just with the chord progression I made in the beginning. And because I just love Shaperbox for those kind of beats, I have also added Shaperbox to this arpeggio, and it ended up sounding like this. And with our previous chord progression, our melody already sounds like this. So we already have that really bright, happy sounding, jolly bass, but now we need a lead that really stands out. And making leads is actually pretty easy. First, you have to figure out what key your melody is in. You can either just decide what key you want to build your melody in before making the beat here, or you can use a plugin called Auto Key to figure out which key your melody is in, or you can just export your melody and upload it to a website called TuneBed. It will also tell you what key you're in. And after doing that, you have to left click this button and turn this on, and then right click it and choose the key you're in. Yeah, and then if you choose the key you're working in, your keyboard will only allow you to play notes from the key you're working in. So you can just like let the bass melody play, and you can just press random keys on your keyboard and you will find something that will probably sound fire. In this case, I came up with this lead. And because you already know the drill, I have added a Shaperbox preset to it, and it sounds ridiculously fire. But to hear it in context, I have layered it with another lead. And with everything we already have melody-wise, our finished melody ended up sounding like this. Coming to the drums. I would personally recommend to use drum kits from GINSENG and Misogi because they are commonly used in Euphoric Rage type beats, for example, for slayr type beats, Prettifun type beats, stuff like that. This is no advertisement, but they have hella 808s, they have very fire sounds for those kind of beats, and I came up with this 808 pattern. And as you maybe already heard, I have added a slide note in the end of my 808 pattern. You can just add slide notes by placing some note, double clicking it, and then selecting this button here. And it will actually make your 808 slide up. You can do this with every sound from FL stock plugins, with every one shot, and with every 808 sound if it's not from a third-party plugin. For the hi-hats, I have just added a two-step hi-hat pattern and added many rolls in it because Prettifun type hi-hats are usually pretty quick and fast, and it sounds like this. To make my hi-hats sound more vivid and natural, I have highlighted all the hi-hats, pressed Alt-R, and then activated this button. And then you can just play around with these knobs and it will randomize some attributes like the velocity, the panning, or the pitch. And it will end up making your hi-hat pattern sound more natural. For the clap, I just went with the basic. I took a clap and pitched it up one semitone because I wanted it to sound more bright and not that dark. And I layered the clap sound with a snare because I thought the clap alone might be too soft. Finish the beat off, I have just added this open hat because open hats are commonly used in rage beats and it sounds like this. For the arrangement, I let the beat drop in right away because I think that's pretty hard and Prettifun does this in many of his songs like Baby Angel. And after letting the hook play for 16 bars, I took away the arpeggio and the lead to leave more room for the verse. After 8 bars, the arpeggio comes back in, and after 8 bars of the arpeggio, the lead comes back in and the hook starts playing again. In some parts of the hook, I also cut away the drums to make them come in really hard again. And after the second hook, I also added a little pause to make the beat drop in very hard. But before showing you the result, I wanted to thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, I would really appreciate if you liked, subscribed, and maybe left a comment. We're almost at 100 followers, and even though it doesn't sound like that much, I'm grateful for every one of them because those are 100 people following me. I really appreciate that, and yeah, thank you for watching the video. This is the final beat.